What, how, why? Mass spectrometry. What is mass spectrometry? Mass spectrometry is a method used to identify molecules by determining the mass of the fragments produced when the molecule breaks up. How does mass spec work? Mass spectrometry begins by ionizing vaporized samples of the unknown chemical by shooting high-energy electrons from a metal coil into the vapor, knocking off electrons from the elements inside the chemical. These ions are then accelerated as the ionization chamber is very positively charged. They are then moved through a thin slit to focus the beam. The ions are then deflected using an electromagnet. The ions are deflected towards a detector. The extent to which they are deflected depends on both the mass of the fragments and how much they are charged. Typically, the machine is set up so that only ions which have the same mass number, the specific mass number is determined using various equations, reach the detector. The rest of the fragments hit the side of the machine, losing their charge, and are later removed from the machine. Fragments of different mass can be detected by varying the strength of the field. When an ion hits the detector, its positive charge is neutralized by an electron moving from the detector into the ion. This causes the electrons in the metal wire of the detector to flow up to fill the positive electron hole generated by this electron leaving. This results in an electric current being generated, which can be amplified and recorded. The more ions arriving, the greater the current, so the greater the intensity of the peak. In high-definition mass spectroscopy, the slit which allows ions to the detector can be tightened to allow only fragments of a very specific mass through, typically down to around 4 significant figures. This can be used to identify substances with very minute differences in mass. But why do we do mass spectrometry? Mass spectrometry is an incredibly useful identification tool. We use mass spec to assist in environmental analysis by identifying the components of polluting gases and determining if water contains chemicals that are unsafe to drink. Scientifically, we can use mass spectrometry to identify and determine the structure of proteins and screen for diseases. Ultimately, mass spec is only one part of the puzzle when it comes to the many tools we use to identify chemicals, but it is an important piece of that puzzle due to how exact its results can be. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.